Hey guys, my name is Spencer Kaufman. Thank you for watching the Deception Tips videos. They're all about teaching you how to read people and detect deception so that you will be able to tell if someone is lying to you. Today we are talking about a really good deception tip that is going to kind of give you a better idea of where to look when you're watching for deception. This is about watching a specific area of the body because more expressions will happen in certain areas of the body than the others. And to give you a hint, it's not the face. So even though the face is considered one of the most expressive parts of the body, it is also one of the most hidden parts of the body because people know that when they talk to each other or when they're looking at each other, they are told from the time they're little to the time they get older to maintain eye contact. Look someone in the eye when they're speaking to you. Why aren't you looking at my face? Why don't you look at me when I speak to you? All of those questions are instilled in us from a little kid to an adult. So we are trained to watch someone's face. We're trained to look them in the eye. This is why when we lie, we automatically mask the face more than the rest of the body. So that's what we're doing, and essentially then you need to look at other areas of the body to find this deception or this leakage that the unconscious is trying so hard to push out. So here it is, deception tip number 47. Legs may be one of the best indicators of nonverbal behavior. When rooting out a liar, keep an eye on the legs. So if you remember way back in deception tip number 30, it was called bounce the legs, where liars may bounce their legs. They may bounce one leg, or if they're really excited or stressed or tense, you may see both legs going up and down, kind of like a double bass moving. They're going to bounce those legs to release that stress, tension, and anxiety to let it all go. Another tip that we talked about, this was episode number 37, it was called Mask the Face, where we discussed how the face is masked more than the rest of the body for that simple fact of people are trained to watch the face. They're trained to look each other in the eye, so therefore when they lie, the conscious knows, all right, they're going to be watching my face. Therefore, if I lie, I need to mask the face. And if the unconscious wants to push out the nonverbal signs of deception, the conscious says, all right, I'll accept it, I'll allow it on the rest of the body, not on the face, because they know that the face is being watched. Therefore, watch the legs. Because when you're watching the legs, you're going to see a lot of things going on down there, whether it's the bouncing of the legs like we mentioned in number 30, or it's other behaviors. We've talked a lot about the ankles, about crossing the legs. Remember, it's like crossing the arms. We have several tips coming up on the legs that are really going to show you more of the signs that happen there. But for now, keep it in mind that it is important to watch other areas of body than the face, especially the legs, because think about it. When you're sitting at a job interview or you're sitting at a meeting or anything like that, you're sitting. Chances are you're sitting at a table. Where are your legs? Usually they're under the table. Therefore, they're not really that visible. So the conscious and the unconscious, remember, they have that battle going on. The conscious wants the lie. The unconscious wants the truth. So if the conscious is going to allow leakage to happen, where do you think it will go? It's going to go to the legs because it's under the table. It's not seen. It's not visible. People aren't really paying attention to it because they can't see them. So it's going to allow all kinds of leakage there. Therefore, if you are in a position where you can notice that or see them, maybe you're sitting at a distance, maybe you're standing far back so you can have that visual under the table a little bit, you can see their legs bouncing, moving, etc., you'll be able to see those different signs of deception and add them in to different patterns and clusters that you notice maybe in the face or speech or their hands or their voice, anything like that. So remember, watch the legs and stay tuned for more tips that are coming about the legs and the different signs that you will see there. So if this is your first time watching these videos, I'd love to have you subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Feel free to comment with any questions you may have. Also, if you'd like more information, there are books, blog posts, podcasts, all available on spencerkaufman.com that are dedicated to teaching you exactly what everybody is saying. Until next time.